Last time on the Just Create SMP, I built this incredible iron farm, and it's been working perfectly, generating us a massive amount of nuggets, ingot sheets, and even blocks. It's just working so well. So today, instead of building the big old storage area and workshop I keep promising to do under the mountain, we're gonna do something else. And that something else is heading out into the ocean, not too far away from my base, and building a guardian farm, for which I foresee me having a lot of deaths, but a whole lot of fun too. Now, I have been doing a whole bunch of testing in a creative world to come up with a relatively simple yet very nice design for killing all of those guardians. But of course, before we get to that, we're going to have to deal with the ocean monument and spawn-proof the ocean, which basically means I'm going to need a ridiculous amount of gravel. And I mean ridiculous. I mean, I've got oh geez. I'm going to basically need to fill all of these shulker boxes with gravel or some very large vaults. In order to get lots of gravel, though, that's not really going to be too much of an issue for me, because under this workshop we have a big old cobblestone generator that generates 1.3 million cobblestone an hour, and I don't think I need 1.3 million gravel, although it wouldn't hurt, I suppose. So all I'm going to need to do is basically get these things linked up to a whole bunch of crushing wheels, crush a whole bunch of cobble down into some gravel, into some vaults, and that's a very small portion of what we're going to have to do. So yeah, I'm going to need a lot of crushing wheels. I'm also going to need a ridiculous number of crushing wheels in order to spawn-proof the ocean, but we'll get to that a bit later. First of all, I'm going to actually turn this into an automatic crafting machine so that I can auto-magically craft a whole bunch of crushing wheels, and then make my carrot farm go again. Stop stopping there randomly for no reason. No wonder I've never got any carrots. I'm gonna need a lot of them today. I'm going to be permanently dead. In order to turn this crafter into an automatic one, unfortunately we can't use factory gauges because they can only do a 3x3 crafting grid, which means what we're going to have to do is disconnect a few of these things like that. Then we're going to need to put some funnels onto those, facing inwards ideally. We're then going to need to filter these funnels to put the right things in the right places. And then let's make ourselves a little platform. Throw on 3 depots, grab a mechanical arm, and I'm just going to select those to pick up from, and then all of these to drop off to. And I guess we can just pop that down there, why not? Before I get too carried away with that mechanical arm, I do need to cover up these corner ones with these crafting slot things and make sure all of the things are pointing into the right places, which they are, and these are not joined together correctly. That's wrong. How did I manage that? I want that one. There we go, separating from the rest. Now, behind these depots, I'm going to put these shulker boxes, which just happen to contain all of the materials we need for making the crushing wheels. And then on the front of those, we're going to add some more brass funnels. Now, for our andesite, we actually want 16 at a time coming through there. For our logs, we want 4 at a time. And for our stone, we just want 1 at a time. So let's just suck them all back in and then get the right values out. There we go. And now we just need some power to this mechanical arm, which should be just as simple as that. And then that's going to then start putting the right items into the right places. And I believe we just made some crushing wheels already. We did! Oh, that worked out well. Very easy. Right, we'll let this run through all of those materials that we've got then, and come back and see how many we've got in a few minutes. And while that's going on, I'm going to use the crushing wheels I already have in order to start making that gravel. And where better to build this gravel machine than right next to our cobblestone factory? It just makes sense. So I've brought a bunch of materials with me, mainly a whole bunch of vaults. So I guess there's no time like the present. Let's do this. And there we go. We have 3 big old vaults ready for taking in lots of gravel. And I'm hoping I've got just enough room below this belt, which is not getting it. Why is my conveyor stopped? Oh, of course, because we're not calling for cobble at the minute. So really, I should be taking it out of there. But I kind of wanted to take it off this belt. So we'll just get this belt moving anyway. We'll turn the clutch off this so that it can just carry on moving, wherever that may be. I think it's at the other end. And then we can just intercept the cobble coming through there and put it straight through the vaults. And with 3 gravel generators on each vault, these vaults should fill up in no time, hopefully. If only I'd brought something with me so I could actually check the levels of stock we've got in them. Okay, I've added stock links onto each of these connected to our network, as well as threshold switches, just so we can at a glance get an idea of what's in there. 226 out of 1620 stacks. That is quite a lot, but it's not enough. Well, the machine has stopped, so it must have gone through all of the andesite alloy it had, and that means we've now got many crushing wheels. Way more than we need. That's perfect. Well, it's not perfect. It's way more than we need, but it's plenty, and there's good amount for the future as well. And good news, the gravel has just about filled up into all of these vaults as well. If we look at these, you can see that is maxed out. This one is maxed out, and that one just has a few more stacks to go. One more stack to go. And if you're wondering how much gravel that is in total, if I click on this little fellow, you can see we've got 310,000 gravel, and that took no time at all. But that gravel's no good to me in here. I need it out there, and in order to move it out there, I'm going to first of all disconnect these crushing wheels to stop us crushing anything. I'm then going to glue all of these vaults together, just like that. Stick a block there, some rail there, my little minecart assembler there, glue that to that, stick in my minecart, throw down the lever, and now we could take these with us. If there's no, it's too big again. But I need it. Fine, we'll do one vault at a time if you're going to be stupid. Can I pick up one vault? Yes. Jeez, now I'm going to need things for all of them. So I've spent a little bit of time getting ready in the hopes that all of these things here are going to make my ocean monument dreams a reality. What we've got in here is a barrel full of our contraptions that we need, which include my tunnel bore and our gravel vaults. We've got some raw materials in case we need to craft anything. We've got a whole bunch of stone. We've got some industrial iron and some casing. We've got some bits to make some contraptions with, and we've got some more create bits and bobs for all of the other things that we'll need to do. And I'm hoping that I haven't forgotten anything at all, but no doubt I will have done, and I'll have to be back here. And it would be lovely to just pick all of these things up inside a shulker box, but unfortunately you can't put contraptions inside of shulker boxes, so we're going to either have to carry this barrel over to the ocean monument or break it and just take all of the stuff separately, which I guess is what we're going to be doing. Now, one of the first things we need to do when we get over here is to build a platform so that we've got something to stand on, not only to not suffocate under the water, but also to avoid the laser beams that we are now getting blasted with. Jeez, no, stop it. No, 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 thank you. Ow, no. How can you get... No, stop it. Ow, I'm nearly dead already. Told you I was going to spend most of today dead. Well, let's just see if we can build out a little bit of a platform to actually be big enough to put all of the things on that I brought. Uh-oh, I fell off. Ah, swim, swim, swim. No, no, thank you. No shoot. Only small. No, no shoot. Hey, small. You've got so much range. Stop it. All right, now that we've got a decent sized platform, let's get all of our shulker boxes down and our barrel with the other bits and bobs in it. Pop down a respawn point because I will die a lot. And probably a few bits to make things with. I also need to quickly pop down my tunnel bore so I can get some torches out of it, because obviously this platform's not going to be very good at night when things start spawning on it. There we go. That solved that little problem. So now all I need to do is get down there to the lowest point in that corner and just drill my way backwards and forwards through the ocean monument, completely destroying it and managing to not suffocate and or get killed by the guardians. How hard could it be? What could possibly go wrong? I think it might be time for a montage. Well, it happened. And I was right on the last bit as well. Very disappointing. Here I come. Just bobbing up to the surface slowly. Just get my stuff. And run away. And there we go. That is the last bit of Ocean Monument completely deleted. I do need to get rid of all of this dirt, really, and this bit in the middle. But other than that, we are there. Ow. So now it's... Oh, geez, I'm running out of oxygen. Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do down here, which is going to be very difficult to do with all of those little fellows running about. Invisibility potions, says Legion, as if I've got time to make invisibility potions. Need fermented spider eye and some night vision. Golden carrots, I could do that. Fermented spider eye, things I probably don't have. I can make sugar. Sugar made. I can make 6 of them. Okay, well, that's not too bad. I do have a brewing stand. I have a little bit of blaze powder. I have some glass bottles, but I have absolutely no nether wart. But I just happen to know somebody that does. Mr. Beardstone! Mr. Beardstone! Mr. Beardstone! Ow. He doesn't have any in his van. Disappointing. Oh, there he is. Mr. Beardstone! I'm going to assume he's AFK. Let's just make him a bit more safe in his little AFK spot. Hopefully he wasn't recording a time lapse from that position, because that would be quite, you know, a problem for him if he was. But now you're safe, Mr. Beardstone. Don't you worry about it, sir. I'm just going to go into your storage system now and steal your netherwort. Thank you very much. One of these vaults as well. Oh, look at it. No, that's redstone. Don't need redstone. I need the netherwort. Apparently it's going up here. Okay. Cinder flower. Netherwort. It's all in this one. Oh, look at it. There's loads of it on the belt. We just take a couple. No one would ever know. Just a few. Here and there. Just the odd one or two. I don't need many. Oh, gee. Oh, no. Oops, I can't put it down. It won't let me click it on the floor. Oh, I'd have to keep that as well. It's a shame. Oops. Okay then, brewing stand, glass bottles filled with water, put them in the brewing stand, stick in some netherwort and a little bit of blaze powder, wait for my entire life for those to turn into awkward potions. While I'm at it, craft some fermented spider eyes, put in a golden carrot to turn the awkward potions into night vision potions, and then go grab some more glass so we can do extra potions. The night vision potions, put the spider eye in there to turn them into the invisibility potions, and then just stick a bit of redstone dust in there to make them extra special. And now we've got this down to a fine art, we can do 5 of them at once. Bit of blaze powder for you, bit of blaze powder for you, and you, and you. Have some bottles and some netherwort. Have some bottles and some netherwort. Have some bottles and some netherwort. I need to make more bottles. And there we go. Plenty of potions to hopefully get me through everything I need to do. Okay, it's time to put these potions to the test and see if they actually do anything. I am now invisible. Partially. I guess because I'm wearing this back tank, maybe I'm not all that invisible. We'll find out, I suppose. Nope, I'm not invisible at all. Oh, jeez. Just want to get rid of this structure. Stop shooting me. Oh, jeez. Oh, no, it's happening again. No, I'm invisible. You can't see me. Maybe if I wasn't wearing the back tank and I just hold my breath, water breathing potions might have been a good idea. I don't have any puffer fish. I do have a conduit back at the spawn island though, but I don't really want to steal it from there. So let's just hop down here without the back tank on, hold my breath for a minute and see if that makes me slightly more invisible. Invisible. Yes, invisible. It does. So basically I've got a choice of breathing or being invisible. Not ideal. Yeah, as soon as I put that back tank on, I am fully visible. So I guess, he says, talking to a backpack, I should go and get that conduit. Back to spawn. Wait a minute, though. They didn't see me, even though I was wearing all of this other armor, because I had it hidden with this. So I wonder if I just hide the chest plate as well, if that'll work. I'm going to go back. How long have I got left? 5 minutes. Quick. I am not invisible. I am not even slightly invisible. Oh, jeez, no. Well, I guess we don't need this down here anymore, really, do we? So, and I'm not going to take the Prismarine away. I'm just going to take that because I've got more Prismarine now, obviously. But reading the wiki, it actually says that you can wear one piece of armor while under the effects of invisibility and not be attacked by guardians. So I suppose I could just wear my back tank and nothing else and give that a go. And deploy back tank now. I am invisible with just a back tank on, but now I can't see because I don't have my diving helmet on, but I do appear to actually be invisible now. So I can breathe, but I can't see. So yeah, I think, and I don't breathe without my helmet on either. So the conduit's going to be very important. I've just got to build it before I drown. Oh, I might be too late. Quick, put it in. Break that. Give me some water breathing. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh, wow. Saved myself on half a heart. That's incredible. All right, let's make this full size. Avoid getting got by those pesky little fellows that are down there. And now I think I will wear my elytra rather than my breathing thing. Oh, geez, they're so close. Leave me alone. But yeah, I am seemingly completely able to get around these guys while wearing one piece of armor. Oh no, I put my boots on. Oh jeez, run away. Oh no. Eat, then swim, then jump, and sleep. Oh, jeez. Now I've just got to decide what piece of armor I'm going to wear. You see, I'm going to be working underwater, so Aqua Affinity would be really useful. However, so would Depth Strider, and I think that's going to help me more. So yeah, we're just going to wear boots. We're going to keep plenty of potions on us. And the first thing I'm going to do is drink my bottle of juice and go and find the very center of this ocean monument, which according to my testing earlier is 559 by 767. And we're going to take that all the way up to the top of the water there. And now what I need to do is fill in quite a lot of the area down there to make it more shallow. But before I do that, I'm going to make a big machine. And this is where all of this stuff that I brought with me is going to come in very handy. And where we're going to be using all that gravel as well. But before we go down, I'm actually going to be going up to where we're going to be having our AFK spot. Because from there, I need to make a big sphere. So this farm's actually going to have two different AFK spots. The one right up here at the top is going to be where I stand to get all of the Guardians and Squid drops. And the one that I'm going to be standing at much further below is if I want to get any fish to stock my little fish market over at the spawn area. But in order to know what I'm doing in terms of spawn proofing down at the Guardian farm, I need to enable a mod that is not part of the Just Create mod pack. It's a client-side mod, which is a port of the mini HUD mod called Bok HUD, available for Forge and NeoForge, and if I press H, I enable two spheres. The first sphere has a 128 block radius centered around my top AFK spot where I'm going to be located for Guardians and Squids to spawn, and the second sphere is centered around the lower AFK spot, again with a 128 block radius, where I'm going to be standing if I want fish. You see, fish have a different spawn radius from other mobs. Other mobs can spawn all the way up to 128 blocks away, whereas fish can only do it up to 64 blocks away. And by having these two spawn spheres active, I can see exactly how much of this water I need to make completely spawn proof for anything like squids and fish and drowned and mobs and things like that, and also exactly how much of the underground that I need to spawn proof as well to stop mobs spawning in there. Now, the blue sphere, which is the one I'm most bothered about, is where our Guardians are going to be spawning, so that's where we need our water to be available within this ocean monument space. But everything outside of the ocean monument space is going to need spawn proofing, and that's what all my gravel is for. Now, I'm not planning on spawn proofing it all the way to the edge of the fish sphere, just because that's such a huge area. So my fish farm rates are probably not going to be all that fast compared to my Guardian farm rates. And in vanilla, it would take me an awful long time to spawn proof such a huge area. But with Create, it's easy. Although I'm going to definitely need some more invisibility and some glue. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to break the top block of this iron staircase. I'm going to put a windmill bearing on there. And then on top of that, I'm going to add on 8 pieces of wall. Then I'm going to extend this line of wall with these industrial iron blocks because they're nice and cheap, all the way out to the edge of my blue circle, or sphere, or whatever you want to call it, which is a surprisingly long way. Don't remember it being this far in my test world. However, I've already made a mistake because I made my top platform way too low down, meaning I would have to spawn proof a much larger area than I need to. So now that my spawn platform is in the right place, I can move my spawn sphere to the center of this, which now means I've got a much smaller area I actually need to spawn proof if I'm going to AFK all the way up here. Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes, building out this line of things, which I don't need all this way now. So with my line coming all of the way to the edge of the blue sphere, the next thing I need to do is start sticking on these rollers. And I'm going to take these all the way to the very edge of the ocean monument perimeter, which is basically this bit right below me here. And that means I actually needed a lot less of those than I thought I did. Next, I need to set all of these to gravel. And I'm going to put straight fill below. And right out the end here, I'm just going to create a little platform just big enough for me to start popping down these gravel vaults. There's, they fall off. There's 1 and 2. Don't shoot me, I'm busy. And 3. So now we've got these 3 big vaults attached to this big long line of stuff. I just need to glue it all together. Just like that. So now we have a big old line of blocks with a load of rollers on them with 3 massive vaults full of gravel. And now all I need to do is update this bearing. No, it's going backwards. Stop. Go. And there we go. Look at this. There we go. Look at this. We are filling gravel all the way down to the bottom of our ocean monument. But are we going to have enough gravel to fill this entire thing in? It's replacing all the kelp. It's removing all of the spawn spots. It's going really quickly, much faster than if you was to put this thing on a train track and do it with rails. This is incredible. But will we have enough gravel to cover the entire area? And yes, it is going to leave us with a circle in the middle to deal with rather than a square, but that's absolutely fine. Oh, and this was supposed to be a block higher out of the water as well, but it's fine. We'll deal with that in a minute. And there we go. We have about completed the circle. We have a full circle. Okay, how much gravel have we got left, though? Still quite a lot. Nothing in there. And still quite a lot in there. So, yeah, we've managed to blow through an entire vault's worth of gravel doing that. And we still need to go one more layer up. And now what I'm going to do is going to come under here, break a couple of these very slowly. Why did I use iron blocks? You're rich. Yeah, but also stupid. Stick a mechanical piston under there, spin it round, put one of those in there and just give that a quick crank. There we go. It's a block high now. Lovely. So now if I update this again, that'll go round and do the top layer. And it does make me wonder if there's still enough gravel left in those vaults to actually do the big circle to make the fish farm more efficient as well. I don't think there will be, but it's worth a try. And then we'll have a really big donut. This is all going to need lighting on top as well. Spawn proofing. But at some point, we'll make a fancy structure on this and make the Guardian farm look really interesting and nice. Okay, let's see if we can adapt this to make it go all the way to the other edge. It's a bit jibby, but it's doing it. I don't think we're going to even get halfway around here, but it's going to be interesting to find out. We're already missing bits. I don't know how, but we are. Probably because it's just such a weird shape and a weird angle to be filling in. Well, we've run out of gravel around about a third of the way round, which means in order to fill out that entire area, we're probably going to need at least another 6 vaults worth of gravel. Another 6 vaults of gravel, you say? Oh, well, I've got 3 already complete there, and now I've got another 3 already complete there. That's right, we now have 6 vaults of gravel absolutely full to the brim that will hopefully be enough to finish off that big circle and the bit in the actual Guardian farm that I needed it for in the first place. Jeez, that's a lot of gravel. And there we go. Our 6 vaults full of gravel are now fully attached to our whatever this is. All I got to do now is start it. But I kind of want to share this experience with another member. The sort of member that's stuck under a log in a tree watching a schematic cannon do things. Miss Beerstone! Miss Beerstone! Miss Beerstone!
Oh, my days. Hello, Foxy.
Why are you still building this? You built this weeks ago, Mr. Beardstone.
Months ago, technically.
Yeah.
But yeah, it needs to be bigger, and right. I think Spawn's suffering enough. So I'm moving.
Suffering, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm moving the entire thing over here, by which I mean I've rebuilt the entire thing over here with a schematic cannon because I can't actually move anything at the moment.
Ah, okay. Miss Beardstone, I would like to share a moment with you.
I just assumed you wanted more tough.
No, I want to show you the most incredible contraption in the world ever.
Oh.
Would you like to follow me? I can pick it up, but I don't need to pick it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Show me.
Follow me.
Right. Show me what you got.
Okay.
Show me what you got.
Are you ready? I'm going to click the windmill. The windmill is turning. Ow.
Still doing a lot, Foxy.
Yeah, well, you wait until it gets to a bit it hasn't done yet. You know how slow those rollers are when they're on the train, Mr. Beardstone?
Yes, very slow.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh, my days, look at that.
Yeah. That's filling all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. Ow. Stop it.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously you're making a Prismarine farm, but...
Yeah.
Why this? Is this your method of draining the ocean? Just replacing it?
Yes. Yes, I'm spawn proofing, Mr. Beardstone. So I've got 2 AFK platforms up there. One is just for Guardians, which doesn't need the big circle. That only needs the small circle. So by being at the lower AFK spot, I'll be able to get Guardians, squid, fish, and glow squid all from one farm.
I mean, it's pretty genius, Foxy. I have to hand it to you.
Yeah, Yeah, so hopefully I'll have enough gravel left once it's finished this to actually fill in this sort of water a bit as well, because it only needs to be 8 blocks deep.
I mean, this seems to be working so far. So if you use 3, you've got another... Oh, I don't know, it's going to be close.
I know, yeah. And there'll be nearly 1 million gravel that's placed by the time it's placed all that gravel.
in what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, exactly. Told you,
that's ridiculous.
Crazy contraption.
Although dome rollers normally only go down to 12.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes they do. And sometimes they go down to however much I want.
Right, I see. Some server config changes there, Foxy, yeah? Just so everyone realises that they can't actually do this without changing the server config.
Well, yeah, but all you have to do, look, you click on that button, then you go to that one, then you go to...
Yeah, no one can see, I can't see any of this. Oh, but it's fine, it's fine.
One of the buttons in there, Miss Beerstone, you just change it from like 12 to a bigger number.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What bigger number did you change it to, Foxy?
Well, 128 to be honest with you, but I don't think it's gone down that far. It's gone down like 30 blocks. So...
Well, unless there's formerly caves down there.
Well, yeah, there was a couple of big caves, hence putting it further than 30.
I see. That was intentional, right? Well, I'm mostly excited about the fact that we're finally going to have some Prismarine on the server.
Yeah, and I don't think it'll be long either, because I'll invite you back probably tomorrow or the next day, because my method for getting them is incredible. It is going to be the laziest yet most effective Guardian farm you've ever seen in your life.
I'm excited to see it, considering this contraption. So. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. Well, there we go. We have now successfully spawn-proofed both of my spheres, which means if I'm at either of these AFK spots, then apart from a few little holes here and there that didn't quite make it, and quite a few caves underground where... we've got a trial chamber down here. Where things can spawn, nothing should really be spawning. I've got some work to do still, but shush, I'm very impressed with my little self for having done all of that in like half an hour. It's amazing. Before I get rid of these rollers, there's a couple more things I need to do with it, and that is basically to lay this top layer with something that's not spawnable, because at night time this entire area becomes a mob fest. And just quickly checking these vaults to see what they've got. This still has 92,000 in it. This has nothing. This has 57,000 in it. This has nothing. This has 103,000 in it. And this has 98,000 in it. So we've still got over 300,000 gravel left. And that means we've got 2 empty vaults to fill with other things. And those other things would be framed glass and industrial iron that I needed in vast quantities. So I added 9 more mechanical source systems to my workshop to get those processing, and then used a little gravel to fill in the holes left by the mechanical rollers in the donut. With that done, I then invisibly relocated the conduit from the bottom of the Guardian-infested donut hole and moved it just out of the water, allowing me to still benefit from the underwater breathing and vision clarity while continuing to work on the farm. After that, I did some more invisible things, invisibly, before using a smaller circle maker to make the Guardian hole more shallow. And with all of the gravel work now done, and stacks upon stacks of framed glass and industrial iron at my disposal, I replaced the top layer of the gravel in the hole with said industrial iron, and then used the huge circle maker to do the same to the surface of the donut, whilst also filling in the sides of the Guardian pit at the same time. Once that was done, I realised my working area with the conduit in was in the way, so I moved it up with a mechanical piston and then filled the layer above the huge ring of industrial iron with all of that framed glass I'd been gathering. Each layer of the ring required 607 stacks to completely fill it. So with just a few stacks of iron and glass left over, I filled in the holes that the circle maker left, added a glass layer at the waterline above the Guardians, and then moved everything up to make another couple of circles above the pit to remove the skylight from the farm. Again, using industrial iron for the lower layer and framed glass on top to make it non-spawnable. This was important to improve the Guardian spawning rates, as apparently they prefer to spawn with a roof over their heads. And spawn they do! As you can see with free cam, there are an awful lot of Guardians in here. There's also an awful lot of fish, and there's quite a few squids, which keep getting killed by the Guardians. It's like they're doing part of my job for me. And speaking of my job, my next job is to kill the Guardians. We obviously have no way of doing that yet, and no way of collecting all of the items that are stuck under this glass. So that's exactly what we're going to do next, and there are a couple of ways I could do this. Down underneath the water, I'm basically just going to be making a windmill. A self-powered system like this with a bunch of saws on it. As the saws spin round, they'll kill the guardians and the fish and the squid, but unfortunately they won't collect their loot. They just do the killing. The alternative would be to use deployers instead, and then we could put those into attack mode, give them all a sword with mending and looting 3 on it, and not only would that dramatically improve our rates, but it would also collect the items for us, making item collection far easier. But I'm going to need well over 300 of whichever one I choose to use in order to actually fill the area that we've got down there. And whilst I can easily make 300 deployers, getting 300 swords, 300 mending books, and 300 looting 3 blocks right now for me is unachievable. But Chosen's got a no. We are just going to go with saws because it's nice and easy, and that's all we need. But efficiency. No, it doesn't need. No, shh. It's fine. Honestly, it's fine. And while that solves the killing part of the problem, it doesn't solve the loot collection part of the problem, and I can't really show you how we're going to do that until we've got the killing system in place. So I'm now going to have to spend quite a bit of time down there with all of those guardians, placing a ridiculous amount of saws. But before I do that, let me just come to this and pop a windmill bearing in, because that's going to be very important. So it's time to take my potion of invisibility once again and invisibly do some invisible things. Starting with placing a tower of wool from the center below our mechanical bearing-y windmill thing. Mechanical bearing-y windmill thing? Yep, mechanical bearing-y windmill thing. Then all I need to do is just place a ridiculous number of saws, which is going to take quite a long time, all the way to the edge. And there we go. We have a big old wall of saws now next to our wool blocks. Now, all I've got to do is glue all of this together. So first of all, we'll get the wool. And then, of course, we just need to attach all of the drills to the glue as well. Just like that. There we go. The whole thing is now one big contraption. It is just one big killing machine. It doesn't require any power, and it will kill everything in here. And to demonstrate that, said Mr. Jetpack, let's just turn the thing on, make sure it goes the right way round, and then turn it on, and then realize it's going a little bit slow. Oh, jeez. But it is actually killing them, but it is rather slow. We want to kill them faster than that. So we're going to turn it back off again. All we're going to do is just stick on a whole bunch more wool. Now, we don't want this to go too fast, otherwise it's going to be basically throwing the guardians out of the tank through the glass. So let's just add on 16 for now, which should triple the speed we've already got, and see how that goes. That is definitely doing a good job of killing all of the guardians. Now, I could make this wall double wide and have it kill them on the other side and kill them twice as quickly, which I may do, but for now, that's going to work for us absolutely perfectly. But as you can see, all of the items are just getting pushed around and not collected. We're not getting any of them. So that's what I'm going to fix next. To collect the items, we're going to be using belts, hoppers, and chutes. And we're going to be using hoppers mainly because chutes don't actually suck items down from the block above them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way over to this side. We're going to make a little hole in there, and we're going to stick hoppers on that row there. And then we're just going to run a line of hoppers all the way back to the center, 1 block below the glass. Now, because there are probably going to be too many items for these hoppers to actually deal with, in order to stop them from backing up, we're going to put smart chutes underneath. And they will actually suck out 64 items at a time from those hoppers, meaning these hoppers are not actually going to be transferring a great deal at all. The smart chutes are going to be doing all of the work, but then that means the items are just going to be dropping back out into the water. And that's not ideal, said Mr. Jetpack. Jetpack? Yes, Jetpack. And there we go. Now we just need one more hole in there. We're going to put a bit of shaft in there. And this is where our belt is going to come into play. And we're just going to run this belt all the way to this side here, just like that. No, because we need 2 of them because it won't go far enough. So let's put something in the middle. Right about there-ish I can reach. Yep, how far can we come back? Can we come back any further than that? We can, but we might want to go back further that way. So let's just go a few that way, stick another shaft in there, and then connect these ones. And you don't need to worry about these blocks getting in the way of our saws, because once the saws are actually spinning, they become just a contraption. And contraptions can just go through other blocks without any problems at all. I just need to add another row of glass just in front of these hoppers here to make sure the items don't end up flying past the hoppers. They'll get stuck against this row of glass, and then the hoppers will be able to collect it all. But of course, at the moment, the belts are just running into this wall and not going anywhere, which means we need a way of storing them. And that means we need to go back outside and put a vault in. And of course, the belts have no power either. Speaking of power, we actually need to connect those two with a bit of chain drive. There we go. So let's come over here, dig away a little bit of this glass we added in, break a few of these blocks, and there's our belt just there. So all I'm going to do is extend the belt by 1 block and then just place down a big old vault with a couple of torches on so that we don't get mobs spawning in here. Then we just need a funnel on there, and then we just need power to all of this. But how is this going to work? Because we've got no power in this farm. We do. We've got a windmill, mate. We have power coming directly from this windmill bearing here. And yes, it's not a lot of power, but it only needs to power a belt. So let's just stick on a bit of chain drive on there. We'll have a vertical gearbox there, a bunch of shaft running along here like this. And if we break down into there, we can stick a bit more chain drive in here. So let's just bring that out a little bit, put a bit more chain drive on there. And there we go. We've now got speed control for our belt. And that means we can now test and see if this thing's actually going to work, because that's it, I think. I do want to double up the saws on the other side, but I just want to make sure this is all going to work. There we go. Look, it is spinning. We are getting power through, but are the items going to get sucked up? They are, which should mean if we hop down here, the belt is going in the wrong direction. Let's turn it around and make it go very fast. There we go, full speed. Look at all that that's coming through, and we're not even in the AFK spot, which is exactly where I'm going to go now so that we can fully test this thing. And all I'm going to do is go into free cam and see what's happening down there. Many guardians are being minced. This is good news. Let's just keep our eyes on the items as they come round on the next one. Look, all of the fish are being minced. The guardians are being minced. The squids are being minced. We've got a whole bunch of items coming through on top of this thing. And they've all, yeah, they're all in the system. These ones floating here. Don't worry about that. They'll come past. And don't forget that all items will float in water because these are water sources. So any that get dropped at the bottom will just float up to the top and then get pushed around on the next one. Like all of these here. Big line of items and poof, they're all gone. A little bit of time has passed, and I have improved my AFK spot by just making it a bit nicer and putting a door on it. Inside our system, we've got a reasonable amount of things, but not loads yet because I've spent my time upgrading this thing. If we fly down to our system now, you will see we now have 2 spinny roundy sorry bits that are going very fast, and all of the items are getting sent here, sucked up by our hoppers and chutes and onto our conveyor belt at such a rate that it's actually now non-stop coming through. It never ever stops coming in. It's absolutely ridiculous. I could stand here all day watching it and it never ever stops, which means it might actually be going too fast and causing us a backup. The reason we didn't have any Prismarine crystals in here though is because I've added in this little section down here. We've got a system here so we can just call for whatever we want, and that'll get sent in a nice little package which we can then pick up and collect. I don't have a way of putting anything back in there yet at the moment. I've also got these under here so we're actually getting these straight out into shulker boxes so we can take them off and do whatever we need to until we've actually got a system in place to collect these things automatically and take them over to our shopping area. The reason I've picked these 3 is because obviously that allows us to make the normal Prismarine bricks, the dark Prismarine bricks, but probably most importantly the sea lanterns. So we can stand here, grab a stack of those, grab a stack of those, grab a stack of those, and then just sort of make whatever we want to. Let's have a stack of those. Why not? And then we can just pop those into these here and be on our way with all of the things we need. So now all that's left to do, other than potentially adding in yet more collection system to the other side, oh, when it's stopped now, because I'm down here, I'm not at the AFK spot, so it's not as optimized as it would be as if I was upstairs. Upstairs? Yeah, I'm in the sky upstairs. That's where, where my AFK spot's upstairs, mate. But yes, all that's left to do now is show Mr. Beardstone. And I might even let him have early access to it. But look at this thing go, it's ridiculous. And mincing time. Mr. Beardstone! Mr. Beardstone! Mr. Beardstone!
Oh, hello.
Good morning. How are you doing, sir?
Yes, good. What's up?
I have finished my Prismarine farm and I would like you to be the first to see it.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would absolutely love to see it.
We head over there, sir.
Yes, take me to your farm. Take me to your farm. Oh, so you just got a big spinning wall of death.
Yeah, no power required at all because it's a windmill. And the windmill's driving the collection system by basically, there's a row of hoppers, chutes, and a belt underneath, sucking all of the items out as they swing past, and they're all going into a big old vault down here, Mr. Beardstone.
Where's the hoppers and things?
Over here.
Oh, I see. Oh, so they're pushing everything round, and then it's just getting...
Yeah.
That's very clever, Foxy.
Yeah. Good, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
I told you it was a very lacy, but very... well, I wouldn't say it's efficient, but it's actually running so quick it's backing up at the moment, so I'm going to need another hopper line going the other way and another vault.
Well, that's not a bad problem to have, Foxy.
It's not. So if you'd like to come in here...
I would love to.
This is where it's all happening. So you can stand here and you can collect as much Prismarine and Prismarine crystals and squid ink as you like, and then craft your stuff away.
Thank you very much.
No, not yet. Not yet. You can have some. If you want to take a shulker of each for now, that's absolutely not a problem. But I will be opening the shop in the future.
No, that's fine. I can wait for the shop. I don't need it imminently. I'm not in any hurry yet. That's fine.
I've got my little storage guy here that I can get my packages out from, and then a pointless barrel underneath because there isn't actually a chute between that and the barrel. So it's just for looks, that part. I just get rid of it.
But it can hold more than one package at once.
Yeah, but there's no chute going from the packager to the barrel.
Oh, right. Yeah, I see. Yeah.
And it's all just completely self-powered. No power stations or anything like that going on, and I'm really impressed with it. I'm really happy with it. It was surprisingly easy to build, and I have to give pretty much all of the credit to Legion.
All right, okay.
Yeah, because he
was it his idea?
No, he saw me die, and he said, Foxy, invisibility potions. I think if I hadn't had those, I'd probably still be dead.
Right, I see. And the good news is it looks fantastic on the world map as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like an error at all.
No, it's massive. It's almost as big as my island.
That is insane. Good work though, Foxy. I'm impressed. So I'm very impressed.
Going to do a bit of AFK, see what I end up with, and if you'd like to take those shulker boxes out of there and take them home with you and make your own stuff.
No. I would not want to deprive you of diamonds, Foxy. I've charged you enough. I look forward to spending some diamonds on your shops
not for
that you
free,
don't have yet.
I'm going to sell them to you.
Oh right, okay.
10 diamonds a shulker. Like the deal you did for me.
Of course. Yeah, okay. Yeah. In that case, that's absolutely fine. I don't have any diamonds on me. I don't have any in my ender chest.
Well, I'm going to AFK for a bit, so feel free to pop back and once they're full, grab them. It's only the squid ink that's just catching up.
Will do. I'll chuck some diamonds in this barrel here.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Since Mr. Beardstone left around about half an hour ago, I've been AFK editing the end of this video. And while I've been doing that, we have generated a ridiculous amount of items. Over 23,000 Prismarine shards, 8,500 crystals, nearly 8,000 ink sacs, and 25,000 cod. It's ridiculous, and it's just about keeping up. I thought I was going to have to put another row of hoppers in to collect all the items, but realistically we're only getting a little gathering over here where the items are not actually properly getting pushed. So once again, I'm going to don my invisibility potion, pop down into the abyss, and just add in a couple of hoppers on here and hope to not get absolutely minced myself by the thing. Whoa, that was very close. Jeez. And hopefully these will deal with those last few little straggly bits that we couldn't grab. So let's just check the storage system. Everything is coming through thick and fast. We've got shulker boxes full of stuff and many, many, many items. And that means in the next episode, Mr. Jetpack will be having to figure out a way to get all of those items out of there, crafted into the things we need to craft them into, and over to the shopping area. And I think the best way of doing that is with my magic boat, which is just going to magically appear any second now. Any second now. There, that magic boat. It's finally going to have a job. We're going to get this to sail all the way over to there, pick the stuff up, and then go all the way to the shopping area and drop it off. How hard could it be? What could possibly go wrong?